All right. What's good, everybody? It is your girl, Tika Deshawn of All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. Tika Dushi is definitely in the building. And yes, I am back for another recap. This is a double header. Tonight, I am bringing you the recap to The Shy Season 6, Episode 13. Nuck, you are the father. Yes, spoiler alert, right at the very beginning. If you haven't seen it yet, we find out that Nuck is the baby's daddy of baby Ronnie. He's the daddy. He's the papa. He's the father. So anyway, we're definitely gonna dive in. I absolutely appreciate you all for coming through and checking out your girl Tika Deshawn. Again, just as I stated earlier in my Bad Boys recap or my Bad Boys reaction video, you guys should absolutely go and check out that I'm just trying to catch up on some content, keep this channel, keep something going for you guys so you have plenty of content to come back and forth to check out when you girl just can't get right to the channel right away. So anyway, you guys, thank you again. It's Sunday night. I won't be very long with this particular recap. I always say that, but then I end up talking longer than 30 minutes. But I'm gonna do my best to give you guys this recap of what went down on the Shy. So thank you for those that are already tapped in. So with that being said, on the last episode of the Shy, we saw where Douda had been threatened. Somebody said that this is gonna look good on you in your casket. I'm wondering who that is particularly coming from. Then we also find out that baby Ronnie, he is having some health issues. We find out that baby Ronnie is not only having some health issues, but we find out that the baby is having he has sickle cell anemia or sickle cell disease. And the doctor is just telling her it's not a death sentence, but we need to know the father's background. We need to know his DNA, any genetics that was going on within him, so that we can kind of investigate even further. So with that, I want to also say that we see where Victor is at court and they allow him to leave court. However, they allow him to leave with bail. Now, where he got this money from, we don't know just yet, but Victor does get relieved from prison. He's locked up because they are accusing him of unaliving Q. Okay, and we do know that they found the DNA of Q in the back of the trunk of the car. But we know who did it. We know Douda unalived Q. So anyway, you guys, let me check the comments real quick. Like, thank you for tapping in. Let's see. Deborah Ammons, they changed the color of little Ronnie. Is that really important? Okay. I'm just wondering, is that important? My God. So anyway, you guys, just as I stated, we find out that that Victor is released from jail. He's released on bail. Okay. So then we see where Bianca is trying to be, do something nice for Duda's birthday, trying to get it in. She got on this nice black sexy outfit, and she has his dining room all set up, candles lit, birthday cake. But Douda, he has the, let's see, how do I explain it? I think because because that little girl, y'all, I forgot her name. I think because he found out that he's being used, he's kind of turned off from Bianca. I don't know how true that really is, but he's definitely moody. He's saying that it's all about he's just not in the mood, he's stressed, so on and so forth. Like, Douda, for real, if you don't want the woman, just tell her to go on about her business. So Bianca is looking like, dang, this chick done messed up. This chick has messed up my meal ticket. So now she's just doing everything that she can to try to get Douda back in her life. And to try to get close to Douda, because Douda has to connect. He connected her with the whole weed situation where she had the license to where she'll be able to sell weed. So in her cigar shop. So anyway, you guys, we also see Victor outside of jail, and Alonzo is just telling him, don't mess it up. They have him on house restriction. So he does have an ankle monitor that, he can't go but so far. Right now he can't practice as being the councilman. So, you know, it's okay. But then we find out that Jake came up with the money for the bill. Now we already know if Jake came up with some money, it's some dirty money, and he probably 9 times out of 10 got it from Douda. So then back at the shop, we see Rosalind, and she's there with Damien, talking to Damien, and she does not familiar with Damien. But he says that he's Emmett's brother, and then Emmett, of course, walks in and says he's his half brother. Um, and Emmett is like, Damon is like, man, let's just get over that. You my brother, it is what it is. So Rosalind is at the shop telling them that they need to, like, what the heck is going on? And he's like, people are afraid to come to the shop. It's been shot up, so people don't really want to come here right now. And she's like, well, you need to change the vibe of it. You need to do some rebranding, and like, what about a Taco Tuesday? Or what about kids eat free on a certain day? He was like, we don't sell tacos. And the kids eat free could be an idea to get people to come back into the shop, so that can get the revenue that they absolutely need. Because at this point, not only is Damien there to help Emmett, but he's also trying to do his taxes, and stuff ain't adding up. Stuff is not adding up. So then we see, I want to call her Lakeisha so bad because she was Lakeisha from Power, but we know her as Dom, also known as Lala in The Shy. And this is her cousin who's actually deaf. And Rosalind Rosalind will sleep with any and everybody, deaf, blind, short, tall. She'll sleep with any and everybody. So she's flirting with Dom's cousin, who was telling her, if you stop mumbling, then I could read your lips. So y'all know that's the running thing about Candy. Everybody says she mumbles. So they kind of allowed that into the commentary of this this show, okay? So anyway, Rosalind is basically there trying to help the shop get back on track. I don't know if Douda knows she's there, but she's there just trying to get the shop back together. So then Dom's cousin says that basically she needs to learn sign language, and she's like, okay, well, maybe you should teach me. Of course, that's Rosalind. She flirt with any and everybody, y'all. So anyways, let's see. Duda's feelings was hurt after Tiff said it. It was just playtime for her. Yeah, that's yeah, he definitely in his feelings because of that. But Duda, you dog any and everybody, so you in your feelings. It's funny though. It was definitely funny to see that for Duda to actually be in his feelings about somebody, because Duda generally only cares for himself. He generally only cares for himself. Good thought, Lady Sunflower, and thank you for tapping in. Vacay Jay, what up, Jay? You back again. Thank you for coming through 2 times in a row. What's good? Anyway, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe with that bell. What he said to All Things Ruthless. I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you, Lady Sunflower, for doing both. I absolutely appreciate it. And share. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Y'all, we almost at 5,000 subscribers. I'm happy for the little things. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for the little things. So thank y'all for tapping in tonight. I absolutely appreciate it. So let me move right along, because I told y'all I'm not trying to, take up too much more of you guys' time. We also see a moment where the pastor is telling Papa that he needs to start charging people to listen to his podcast. This pastor is always all about nothing but money. We're gonna see some situation happen to him a little bit later on, but he's all about the money. And unfortunately, Papa is being pulled into his web of deception. I'm kind of disappointed. But, at this point, Papa doesn't have his father to pull him back and say, no, son, what he's telling you is not the right way to move. So anyway, we see where Fatima is upset with Victor Trigg, and she's just like, I gotta go. I'm going back to my mama house. Now, whole time, y'all, I was thinking she really going to her mama's house, but I unfortunately I forgot, in the trans community, a lot of trans people are not accepted. So not accepted by their actual family members. So we're going to see later on that her mother is another trans person that, I guess the person that kind of helped her develop into the trans woman that she was meant to become. So anyway, we also see where the professor gives Bakari a computer. Now, mind you, I salute Bakari because on the last episode, Bakari literally got a typewriter from Lene, and he literally typed the whole story out because at first he did it on his phone, then he went and tried to then he got the typewriter and typed it up on the typewriter. He took it to the professor. The professor said, "This is good, but it's not your best," basically. So Bakari was kind of like disappointed that it wasn't a number one seller right off the bat. But the professor was telling him, "Look, you're not going to always get it on the very first go. Being a writer is a very thankless job, and not many people get it on the very first shot. So just hold tight, just stay focused, and keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing." And so the professor ends up giving him the so necessarily needed computer or laptop that he actually needs, and he says that this laptop will listen to you and it'll hold all of your secrets, basically. And that's true. I never thought about a laptop that way. The laptop don't talk back to you, and it's going to hold everything that you tell it. So great analogy, great way to put it to where Bakari could understand. And you could tell the difference in the way that this professor talks to Bakari versus the way that Douda talks to him. Like Douda is literally a mental abuser to Bakari, as opposed to this professor who's just a little bit more nurturing. I'll say it in that way, man nurturing, or man, he's helping him develop into the man he's actually supposed to become, as opposed to the way that Douda treats him. So let's see. All right, so moving right along, then we see where Keisha is at the doctor's office, and the doctor, no, actually, y'all, this is when she goes to see Fatima, and Fatima is she's asking Fatima, "Can you help me get the DNA of baby Ronnie's father?" Now we know that she thought that she was allegedly pregnant by the her abductor. However, we're going to find out later on that it's not the case. So then, you guys, then we're gonna see a mommy daddy moment where listen, she wants to be the wife, but she's telling him that she's telling Gemma's dad that, "Look, I'm not trying to marry you. I just want us to give these pictures away for Christmas." And he's in his mind, he's thinking, "Well, that's a family thing. That's a husband and wife and daughter type situation. That's not something that, that's not where we're at right now." And I don't know, do you guys think that he'll ever actually marry her? She's done a lot to kind of get into the family. Do y'all think that he's going to actually, marry her, give her that title that she thinks that she deserves? I'm looking forward to seeing how this relationship is going to, whether it's going to stay together or if they're going to break apart. Because he already told her he wasn't planning on, passing out those pictures to other people, that he was only planning on posting it up in the house. So back at the doctor's office, we see Keisha, and she's talking to the doctor, and the doctor tells her that whoever that DNA belong to is not baby Ronnie's father. So now we got another problem. Now we have another problem. And we already know, as I spoiled it in the beginning, Nuck is the father. However, now we've got to get to the process of letting Nuck know that he is the father. So them, because they need his background history. Like I said, they found out that the baby has sickle cell disease. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with sickle cell disease or even sickle cell anemia, but the cells are slender as opposed to a round shape, and it can be very, very painful during certain times, whether it's during the month, during the week. Sometimes they have months where they have no symptoms, and then sometimes they have times where it's pain every single day. So this is something that baby Ronnie is going to have to live with. However, the doctor's just telling her you need to find out who the actual father is so that we can kind of get his medical history and we can move forward in the care of baby Ronnie. So then back, like I said, Douda just everybody is celebrating Douda. It's his birthday, and Bakari is not really trying to celebrate Douda like that. He's over there on his computer trying to type up, his story, trying to write his story. And Bakari is trying to figure out who the heck told Douda that he, was writing a book. Of course, we know that Brittany, his Bakari's sister, is the one that told Douda, but he's trying to figure it out. He has no idea. So, like I said, Douda is a big freaking bully, and he ends up slamming that laptop that the professor gave to Bakari. He ends up slamming it down on the ground and tearing it up. Like, just a freaking bully. Like, not just physically abusive, but mentally abusive as well. So I don't know. Do y'all think this is gonna spark Bakari to be the one to take out Douda, or is he gonna find somebody that's gonna help him take out Douda? They're showing Bakari a lot this season. They're aiming a lot towards him, and just like they did with Papa's father, they gave his character a lot of attention. So do y'all think Bakari is going to make it to the end of the season? Will he make it to season 7? Because they did get renewed for season 7. So will Bakari make it to season 7? I guess we got to stand by and keep watching just to see. So moving right along, you guys, moving right along, we're gonna see where Damien decides he's gonna go and try to talk to Douda. Douda don't want to hear it. Douda says he's old fashioned, and Damien is like, well, maybe you could do it using Venmo, or maybe you could use PayPal or something digital as opposed to just as a way to hide the money instead of trying to move it via cash. But Douda is not trying to hear what Damien has to say. He's just like, first of all, who are you? And he tells them I'm Emmett's brother, moving right, so on and so forth, y'all. So anyway, again, Douda, he definitely does not want to hear what Damien has to say, but it was a good try. Emmett told him, man, you might get unalived if you go over there and try to talk to him, so you better be careful. But it doesn't work. Douda's not right now. We see that it's not working. We'll see if Douda has any second thoughts about this plan that Damien has for him, as far as using Venmo and using the digital format of money as opposed to trying to move all of this cash. So this right here was so funny to me. We see where Rashad is at the house of Alicia, and in walks Alonzo, fine, sexy thing. So he looks at him and is like, is that my coat? And anyway, he's just telling Alicia, be careful, so on and so forth. Do you want to? And she's like, well, do you want to drink with us? No, you got this man in my clothes. No, I don't want to drink with y'all. And even if we did, I don't fool with you like that. There's a reason why he stayed away from Alicia. I don't know if it's because of the gangster life that he knew that she led. Like, if that was more important as opposed to actually being a real mother, a legal mother, so to speak. I don't really know. But we'll see. We'll see. So Jay says, I hope Bakari makes it. I do too. Damien is very smart. Just don't be too smart for sure. People get deaded when they are too smart with Dookie. Douda. Yeah, he don't like jeans. Is that my jacket? Right, exactly. Yep, she played shot. Yep. And she is trouble for sure, for sure. Yeah, for sure, y'all. Look, so anyway, after that move, y'all, then we see where Shot, he kind of get a little aggressive with Alicia and put the hand around the neck and get the choking, and she's like harder, and I'm like, are we about to see a porn, or how much further is this gonna go? Are they gonna get it in right there on the wall? Anyway, y'all, she was just saying, I'm not trying to, make you into him. And plus, you can't, that man is a lawyer. You a criminal. Ain't no way you can even compare to Alonzo Rashad. So anyway, y'all, that's just my take. So we're also going to see a moment where Alonzo tells Douda stay away from his family, stay away from his ex-wife, stay away from, his son. But then he tells him, tell your family, stay away from me. But that ain't good enough. Y'all know Douda, y'all know how Douda move. He don't like to be told what to do. So then we see Papa, who is trying to ask people for money for his podcast to become subscribers to his podcast. I get it. I absolutely get it. I get what, as far as, because it's a lot of work. And, if somebody will invest in you, even if it's $2, $3, $5, that helps you build your platform that you're trying to give, the positive messages to other people. I get that part, but it's just the delivery that the pastor had. It was like he's all about the money. So anyway, you guys, then we see where Emmett as well as Keisha and Nuck, they're at the restaurant, and Keisha said there's a possibility that baby Ronnie may be your child and you need to get DNA tested. And of course, Emmett was opposed to this. He was like, can't we just not tell him? And she's thinking, no, he definitely needs to know. Because also we need to know basically what his medical history is, what his family's medical history is, so we can see what's going on with my baby. So they have that meeting. Again, just like I said, Bakari is confused, trying to figure out who it is that told Douda that he was writing a book. He said that only a few people knew what he was doing, and his sister Brittany was one of the people. But he's trying to figure out how she connected to Douda. How would she even, has she ever even, he never seen her interact with Douda. So that's where that goes. And then we see the grown men at the session where they do this whole mental health check-in week or whatever. And at this moment, this is where Emmett tells everybody that Nuck may be Ronnie's daddy. Rob says that he's trying to get close to his daddy. Emmett lets him know that, it's possible. Maybe people do change. It's hard at first, but then later on, it may become easy. And then we just, they having that men conversation. I'm always here for it. I forgot the daddy name, y'all. I'm sorry. It slipped my brains real quick, but he's just like, I'm not trying to be a husband right now. And she wants the pictures up everywhere. So, she wants to put pictures up on the Christmas card. So anyway, that was just the moment. I love the men interaction all the time. I love the men interaction. Yeah, I definitely feel sad. I feel sad for Rob as well, for sure, because what's about to go down is crazy. Um, so right before I get to that, though, we're seeing Lene as well as Bakari there at a dance. Now she's trying to get grown. She was like, "Do you want to come to my house and you can sleep in the bed with me?" And I guess this time, I guess she ready to give up the, as they say, the nappy dugout. Girl, stop being grown. Anyways, y'all, we see Alonzo walking to his car. And oh my goodness, after Rob just said that he wanted to, get to know his father, this man gets unalive. I be doggone. I always gotta take a good man down. And you know who's responsible. Douda sent his ghouls to unalive Alonzo, y'all. So, dang, Rob, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your daddy is gone. So anyway, we see Douda and we see the pastor, and the pastor is demanding more money. He's like, "You moving your stuff through my church, basically. So I should be getting paid more." And Douda's not happy with having to pay more, so he takes a big old cigar out and puts it up to the pastor neck. So now he got to go to church with a cigar burn on his neck on Sunday. For trying to be greedy with Douda. Like, you can't get far being greedy with Douda. Anyway, anyway, you guys, we also have a moment where Dom sleep with anybody. She's another one. She's like Rosalind. I think these two are gonna kick it. He's end up working. This is Lene's brother. He ends up working at Smokey's, washing dishes. She said he got the job because nobody else would do it. And so yeah, then we find out that oh y'all, my bad. Hey y'all. We get the DNA results and we find out that Nuck for sure is the father. So now we've come to the moment where they're gonna have to let Nuck know that he is the father. Gemma and Jake, they're trying to get in the mood, but Gemma I just am not in the mood, or I'm not really feeling it because you sleeping with the pastor's wife, but you've been kissing on everybody. So now anyway, two wrongs don't make a right, but they ended up just holding each other, cuddling, spooning, as they say. Of course, Rosalind picks up the deaf chick from out the restaurant. Like I said, Rosalind sleeps with anybody. Shout out to Candy. Shout out to Candy. That's all I can say. She doing her thing. But then we got the brat, also known as listen, once again, I forgot her name. But they got the pregnant brat on here coming to try to get in because we find out that Dre has left the family. So now she thinks it's time for her to get in and do her thing. Will she take her in? I'll be watching. That's all I can say. I'll be watching. So, anyways, we get to see the moment, which was a soft moment where we actually got to see Ronnie or baby Ronnie meet his father, aka Nuck. It was a soft moment because Nuck was actually excited that the baby was his. But you guys, do you all think that now we know that this baby is Nuck, do you think Nuck will try to do something to Emmett? Like, or do you think this will push Nuck to do something to Douda because now he's really interfering, quote unquote, with his family? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, LaPortia, thank you, because I forget her name. I just know that's the pregnant brat. Like they couldn't wait till she had her baby to get her that. Anyway, I digress. I digress. Yeah, I don't care for her storyline. Jake does keep it real, but Gemma's not keeping it real with Jake. Like, how you get mad? How you get mad that, this man was doing something with somebody else when you basically just admitted to kissing somebody else? I don't know. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's different. She didn't go all the way. Maybe it's different for her. Anyways, yeah, that was the end of the episode. Like I said, this was a real moment. I don't know if this is going to affect the relationship that Nuck and Emmett now have, knowing that Nuck is the father of baby Ronnie. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on the next episode 14 of The Shy. So, anyway, you guys, that was it. That's my recap. Your girl is about to be up out of here. Thank you all so much for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with your girl, Tika Deshawn. Thank you, Vacay J, for the conversation. And Marcus, yep, because I'm bad with names. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see who else came through. Let's see. Deborah Ammons wants to know, I like your take. Do you do Power Ghost also? Yes, I actually do have a video. The recap that I just posted yesterday was about Power Book Ghost 2, The Return. So make sure you check that out. Thank you, Deborah Ammons, for tapping in. Thank you, Lady Sunflower. I absolutely appreciate you for tapping in as well. And for those of you that were in the chat or in watching the video but didn't say anything, I like to be watched. I already told y'all that. So thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in right here with the girl, Tika Deshawn, right here at All Things Ruthless. Please, please, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Definitely make sure y'all are probably already following Jay, but if you're not, head over to VKJ TV and hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell like 3 or 4 times so you can receive all notifications of any and every content that we have coming to you guys. And last but not least, you guys, for the ladies that love to read and the gentlemen that love to read, make sure you come back this Saturday, June 15th at 9:15 p.m. and check us out. We'll be doing the book Christian Keys Ladies Night, and this is basically going to be chapters 1 through 6, where we'll talk about Amp's perspective. I may go a little bit further, but we're just gonna compare Amp's perspective in the book via Amp's perspective on the show All the Queen's Men. So make sure you guys are tapped in and prepared, because Christian Keys is absolutely going to come back with another book, and this book is going to be all about Blue. Let me give you guys a clip and I'll wrap this thing up.
Blue, the new book from the All the Queen's Men universe. This is an origin story, a prequel, if you will, about Blue and who she was, and about all the things that happened to help shape her into who she is today. From the first time she ever met Madam back in high school and them not being able to stand each other, to the first body they ever buried together. From her going off to the military, coming back home trained with special, deadly skills, to her ending up working with Madam before All the Queen's Men. Blue. Available for pre-order soon.
Yes, y'all, I am definitely looking forward to All the Queen's Men Blue by Christian Keys. This is gonna be crazy, because if you watch the show All the Queen's Men, you know how deadly Blue can actually be. So now we'll get the opportunity to dive into her life and find out a little bit more about where Blue was before she met Madam, when she met Madam, and now that she's connected to Madam. So with that being said, again, y'all, thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. Make sure you come back throughout the week, but definitely come back on Saturday, where we will be talking about Ladies Night by Christian Keys. Okay. All right, y'all. That's about it. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, and you already know, stay ruthless.